Hi again, Tom here from Wheeler Automotive. Today showing you around this really nice 2007 Range Rover Sport. This is a 4.2 Supercharged model. Absolutely thunderous V8 with a supercharger bolted to it. It sounds amazing and is not a slow car for such a big heavy car. It's very fast. It's got these whopping brakes on it which it needs to stop, but yeah, overall in really good condition for its age. It's not done that many miles for an 07. It's done just over 80,000. It's only had 2 owners in its life. We took it in part exchange against a Land Rover Discovery. It's had 9 services in its life. We've just had it serviced, ready for sale. Done the oil and filter, air filter and fuel filter. Didn't really need anything else. Yeah, it looks great in this grey paintwork. So we'll just go around the car. There's a bug on there, off you get. So on the front end, the front bumper is in pretty good nick, I must say. Quite common to get scratches on these corner areas, but this one's really good. The lights are pretty good. Tiny bit of yellowing on the very top here. The actual main lights are okay. The bonnet's in good nick, as is the windscreen. Some of the lettering has started to lose its, I don't really know how they get the paint on them, whether it's painted or dipped or somehow, but a few of the letters have started to blacken out, which is really common actually. This light is the same as the other side, nice and clear where it counts. Offside front wing, nothing of note negatively I can show you there, all looks really good. This offside front alloy is not in bad nick. I'll be honest, all of the wheels have some curbing. See a little bit there, and there's some around here. This tyre is about 3mm from the wear indicator, so loads of life in that one. The discs have a very small lip on them, so lots of life in those. You can see they look quite thick as well. And the pads, now I think the pads aren't that old because it failed a previous MOT on front pads, so they would have had to have been changed for it to then subsequently pass, so the pads aren't that old. So front brakes are all good, that tyre is good. Driver's door, there's a little car park door thing just there. Just try and show you, there you go, focus on it now. Very faint. That's pretty much it on the driver's door. Wing mirrors are nice. Glass is good, it's tinted from the B-pillar back. Now there is a weird mark on this rear passenger door, the offside. I'm going to try and focus on it. So there's like a weird scratch as if something's rubbed around. It's quite faint, but it is there, so I'll try and show it as best as I can. And you can see it starts here and then it goes up and round and just down to this crease. So it is quite faint, but yeah, you can see it, so I'll show it on the video. Rest of the door's nice. This is the top there. This offside rear wheel, again there is some curbing right around the edge. The centre's pretty nice. There's a little scuff on there. Rear discs, pretty much the same amount of lip as the front one, so still a lot, it's tiny, still a lot of life left in that. The rear pads look nice and thick, so lots of life in them. This rear tyre doesn't look very old at all, and it's, trying to find a wear indicator, there we go. It's got more than that front one. It's probably 4mm from the indicator, so that one's not very old. You can probably see it's got quite a lot of tread on it, that one, which is good. round to the rear, which yeah, is pretty presentable. There are a couple of little scuffy dinghy marks on the rear bumper, which is pretty common wear and tear marks, to be fair. It does have front and rear sensors. You can see the rear ones there. Nice twin exit exhaust, showing that it's got the V8 petrol. The rear window is nice and clean, as is the wiper. They fail quite a lot, but that one works alright. There's a little scratch on this bumper corner. You can see that on the camera there. Both the rear lights are nice and clear. Near side rear quarter, on the whole really good. There is though a couple of tiny little scratches. You see that one's about as wide as my finger. That one's nowhere near as wide. Otherwise that's nice and clear again. Glass is nice and clear. Onto this wheel, and yeah, on the whole not bad, but again it does have a bit of curving. Rear discs the same as the other side. Those are the pads, obviously. And this tyre, yeah, same depth as the other side, so loads of life in both the rear tyres. Near side rear door. There's a little chip in the paint in the corner there where someone's opened it on something, I would think, and a tiny little scratch there next to the handle, probably where someone had something in their hand. Otherwise nice and clear. And the front passenger door, just looking for any issues on this one. This one is actually really clear. I can't see any significant marks on there I should show you. All the plastic trim's nice and clear as well. It's got the side steps, which are nice. Looks much better with those, I feel. Front wing, there is a mark to this plastic here, look. And it's that won't come off. That's just it somehow tarnished the plastic there on one of those fins. Bit of a shame. The actual wing itself is nice and clean. There is a little scratch on the front there. And this wheel, the near side front, which generally always takes the worst of the curbing, to be honest, and this one is true to form because it's curved pretty much most of the way around, to be fair. The centres of all the wheels are really nice, all the spokes, but it's just the edging on this one's pretty bad. And that tyre, I would say, is also almost new, I should say. Loads of tread on that. You can see that's a nice Pirelli, that one. Disc is the same as the other side, as are the pads. So yeah, on the whole I think it's really, really clean. I mean, there are a few marks on it, but I mean, it's 14 years old. So yeah, for its age I think it's in really nice shape. Lots of life left in it, that's for sure. I'll show you in the boot. It does have a split boot, so we've got, you can do the sort of top half, or you can do the whole thing. I never really quite understood that. I much prefer the sort of twin folding like you get in the full fat Range Rovers. Yeah, it's got a load liner. This car, I don't think it's ever been smoked in. It doesn't smell of smoke in here whatsoever. I'm an ex-smoker, I can usually tell pretty well. Yeah, it's got a load liner, which is obviously taking the brunt of any stuff going in and out, which is good. So underneath, the carpets are like new. Those seats fold down, obviously. It does have, because it's got the rear entertainment, you see the two screens in there, and this little cubby hole here, we've got a 6-disc DVD multi-changer, which is great. That all works really well. There is a remote control for it as well. Right, let's show you the back. Rear door cards, minimal signs of wear. Does have plugs for the entertainment stuff as well if you put headphones in. The rear leather's in nice shape overall. There's a few little marks, I think, from where kiddie seats have been on them, if I'm honest. But the leather's not really ripped or torn anywhere. Those screens I was just talking about. Rear seats are heated, as you would expect. Show the other side. Door card again, pretty good. The carpets are nice and clean. There's no weird smells in here at all. Got a sunroof as well, which I'll show you when we get in the front. Passenger front door card, pretty good. Does have the Harman Kardon stereo, which does make a difference. Front seats are electric. The driver has memory as well. You can see front passenger seat is it's pretty much immaculate. There's no wear to the bolster. I mean, it's only done 80,000 miles, so you wouldn't expect it to, but yeah, really nice shape. The driver's is as well. I'll show you now. Yeah, driver's door card, pretty good. That rattling noise is locking wheel nut key, which I put in there earlier. Auto-zone on lights, which are good. Got the heated, electrically adjustable seats. They're the memory buttons on top of it as well. You can see the driver's seat, tiny bit of wear on this bottom bolster, which everyone bumps into when they get in, because it's a little bit taller than a normal car. But the back is really clean. Let's get in and we'll start her up. So this car, well, it sounds awesome, but it doesn't have any mechanical faults that we know of whatsoever. It starts, stops and drives very well indeed, and is turn that off. The engine is as smooth as silk. I mean, you probably can't hear it on the video because I can barely hear it, but when you're out on the open road, it does sound lovely when you give it some stick. Got a few cup holders down there. That's the remote for the rear entertainment for both the screens. All works well. Got a fridge in there. That comes out, and that turns it on there. That button. There we go. That blue light's turned it on. Basically pumps aircon, cooled air in there, which is pretty cool. This also has the active cruise control. I'm not sure if I showed you around the front. It's probably one of the first cars to have it, and it has this button here is the front warning or the front collision. If I turn it off, forward alert off, there we go, I'll turn it back on. So that's I don't know of an older car that's got it. Down here we've got the different terrain settings we can put it on. That's this sort of wheel here, and then to the left of that is the suspension settings. We can put it down or we can raise it up, and then this to the right is the that's the low range transfer box. If you were to go off-roading and needed it in low range, you put it in neutral and just push that button. Very cool. We've got dual zone climate, heated front seats, we've got a radio. There is an aux, you can put an iPod on or whatever if you wanted to. And then up here we've got basically the entertainment and navigation system. You can control the rear entertainment from there, put in a nav destination, or you can 4x4 info shows like the suspension height and the sort of travel of each wheel. If you're off road, those four wheels would move around independently, which is pretty cool. On here we've got the cruise control, settings. So this one controls how near or far away from the car in front you want to be. This one sets the speed, and this one I think just turns it on and off. Over this side we've got the volume controls and tuner controls for the stereo, where you can press mode and change between them. And then down there we've got an answer or hang up for the Bluetooth for the phone. Everything in here works as it should. We've even got the sunroof, all works properly. There, so it's tilt and slide. Really nice. Sunblind as well. So yeah, it's a really nice car. It drives really well. It's obviously been well looked after. Usually the case with a car that's only had a couple of owners. But there it is, our 2007 Supercharged V8 Range Rover Sport.